So, in the last episode, we talked about sketching out our UX strategy, not a polished, finished document or anything like that, but a draft that helps clarify our direction and invites collaboration. But that strategy is only useful if people buy into it. And that means we now need to switch hats from strategist to storyteller. And that's what I want to talk about with you in this particular episode: how to present your vision in a way that gets colleagues and leadership on board. The biggest mistake I see people making is showing up to stakeholders with a "here's what I'm going to do" approach. Instead, you need to try, "this is kind of what I'm thinking. What do you think? What's your take on it?" That small shift does two powerful things. It invites others into the process, giving them a sense of ownership, and it makes it harder for them to say no later because they helped shape the strategy. A strategy that's co-created is much more likely to be supported and championed. But to create something together effectively, you really need to understand who it is that you're working with. You see, as UX professionals, we're great at user experience. We run our interviews, we analyze our data, we build our personas, and we understand our end users. But when it comes to internal stakeholders, well, not so much. We just guess. Or worse, we just get frustrated that they don't see things our way. So we need to flip the script. Do your research, talk to your stakeholders one on one, ask them what their priorities are, what challenges are they facing, what does success look like to them this quarter, this year, etc. Then map your strategy to those things. And this leads us to an important realization. Your strategy needs to be flexible enough to speak to your different audiences. When it comes to time to share your strategy, don't use the same pitch for everyone. A marketing lead wants to know how he's going to hit marketing targets for this particular quarter. A finance director cares about cost savings. A project manager is drowning in dependencies and missed deadlines. So don't talk generically about improving the user experience. Talk about reducing churn for marketing, or cutting support call volumes for finance, or smoothing collaboration for project management. Make your strategy speak their language. The more personal the value, the more likely they are to back your plan. And speaking of personal value, another powerful approach is to speak directly to people's pain points. If your UX team has become seen as a bottleneck, talk about that in your strategy and how your strategy empowers others to take on basic UX tasks themselves so you aren't the bottleneck. If project managers are stressed about missing targets, show how better UX can help users complete their tasks faster. The question to answer is, what's in it for them? And sometimes the best way to answer that question is through storytelling. Let me give you a very quick example of what I mean. I once watched a waitress in a restaurant struggle to take an order on some clunky app that they'd obviously developed. It took her ages. So I started calculating how many seconds were lost per table, per day, per restaurant across the entire chain. It added up to hundreds of thousands in wasted wages. And that's the kind of story you can tell. You're not just saying bad UX wastes time, you're showing how much money is on the table. If you can connect your UX strategy to tangible outcomes, even if they're estimates, it will land so much better with management. But remember, while stories are powerful, timing is everything. Let's be honest, most leaders are focused on next quarter's results, not next year's vision. So we give them both. Yes, your UX might improve retention and reduce churn, but also talk about what it can do right now. Can you run quick usability testing that will help reduce support tickets? Can you tweak a key flow that will lift conversion rates? Make it clear your strategy delivers both immediate impact and long-term value. Now, let's put all of this into action. This week, I want to suggest that you identify 2 or 3 key stakeholders. Book a quick chat with each of them, ask what they're working towards, listen to their pain points, and write down what it is they care about, how your strategy can help them, and the best way to frame your pitch to them. We'll build on this next time when we dive deeper into how to present your ideas to management effectively, especially when things get political.